This is Tim calling, coming at you again from Senior Leads Boost with another Tips Tuesday video. Today's tip is about a change that Google is making once again. Not much of a surprise, right? Because Google changes all the time. Lately, what they've been changing is that they are no longer allowing stock photos when it comes to posts on your Google business profile. Now, what do I mean by stock photos? Well, let me show you what I'm talking about. Stock photos are photos which you can basically buy or rent to use in marketing or other applications. One of the most well-known ones is iStock Photo, but there are others also. With iStock Photo, you can search for things like senior care, and it will show you, in many cases, thousands of images that you can basically pay to have the right to use in your website and your posts and many other settings. Recently, and by that I mean starting about maybe 3 months ago, and especially more and more now, almost kind of at an accelerating rate, Google is beginning to disallow or remove posts or photos that have posts with stock photos. So I'll show you an example of a message from Google about one such removal. This is a message that one of our clients has received from Google regarding their one of their posts on their Google business profile. This is actually a post that we can post for them, and it's saying, let me move my head out of the way here for a moment, your post was removed because it violates one or more of our post content policies. Now, unfortunately, Google almost is never clear and transparent about why, the details of why they're doing something. They just do it. But probably it's almost a very safe bet. It's almost certain that the reason for this one being removed was because it has this photo. This is a stock photo. This is a post that we created for this client, and we used a stock photo. We pay for the right to use these. This is all very legitimately licensed, and yet Google has begun deciding that they don't want to allow stock photos. Now, the solution for this kind of a refusal, or this kind of a removal, is to just go in and edit the post and put in a different photo. Google would prefer that you use your own photos, apparently. They don't really explain why they have these policies usually. They just say, well, this is our policy now, you'll have to deal with it. Google always does things that they think will benefit Google. Now, sometimes they will do things that they think benefit users so that users will use Google to search for things, and then Google can show them ads, and then Google makes their money if somebody clicks on an ad. That's possibly the reason for this policy. They might feel that it's just not really useful to a consumer to see a stock photo instead of a real photo. One of the problems for senior care businesses is that in some industries, some parts of the senior care industry, it's very difficult to use a photo that is not really a stock photo, but instead one that includes real people, because you have to have permission from people to use their images. If they are your own photos, you better have permission. That's true for the public, images of the public, or images of your clients or patients, and images of your employees. So it makes everything a lot more complicated, but it's something that we'll have to start paying more and more attention to. At the moment, when this is being made, this video, which is August 29th, 2022, they are not successfully detecting and removing posts that have all stock images, stock photos in them, but they are getting better and better at identifying them. And they are doing this not only for posts that have stock photos, but also if you try to post a photo to your Google business profile and it's a stock photo, they are also becoming more and more successful at detecting those stock photos and removing them. So we're moving into an era where Google will probably make it more and more costly for businesses to use images, photos at least, in their marketing materials. You could use your logo, of course, but who knows what will happen with that. Plus, it's not very interesting if every post that you create has just your logo in it. Now, if you have a facility or something where you can provide pictures that don't have to have people in them, like an assisted living facility or a board and care home, at least now, you can use images like that that are representative of the facility without having people in them. So that's one possible solution for the time being. Anyway, so that's our tip today. Begin planning to not be able to use stock photos, and don't be surprised if Google is successful now and increasingly in the future at identifying them and basically prohibiting them from being used in your marketing. And I hope that's helpful. You may not like it, but I hope it's helpful. This is Tim calling at Senior Leads Boost, wishing you very well, and we thank you for your attention. Have a good day.